Modern film soundtracks rarely sound like cohesive albums. Instead, they're chopped into 15-second audio fragments, precision-engineered solely to feed social media algorithms. To guarantee that viral reach, studios rely on a specific marketing weapon. They drop a flashy, high-energy dance track into the middle of a movie, even if it has nothing to do with the actual plot. The spy thriller Dhurandhar faced immense pressure to follow this playbook. The studio needed a massive, chart-topping promotional hit to anchor the film's marketing campaign. The standard industry move was already on the table. Bring in a celebrity known for viral choreography, specifically Tamana Bacha, to secure immediate digital traction. This is the trade-off modern Bollywood frequently makes. Authentic narrative integration is traded for a predictable, manufactured spike in social media engagement. But director Aditya Dar flat-out refused the studio's push. He rejected the idea of bringing in Bhatia for a standalone track. He argued that forcing a sudden superstar cameo into his spy thriller would break audience immersion and drag attention away from the core story he was trying to tell. Instead, Dar planned to weave the music directly into the core plot, anchoring the track inside an existing wedding sequence where the characters naturally had a reason to celebrate. To keep the scene grounded, he cast two actors who fit the specific narrative moment, Aisha Khan and Crystal D'Souza, keeping the focus on the wedding rather than a single overpowering celebrity presence. Which presents a fascinating problem. How do you engineer a massive chart-topping hit while doing the opposite of what the viral formula demands? The process started with the lyrics for a track called Shararat. Lyricist Jasmine Sandless was given a specific mandate: write a song that feels sultry but maintains strictly innocent lyrics. Then came the vocalist. Rather than hiring a standard pop artist, the team made an unconventional choice and brought in Madhubanti Bagchi. Bagchi isn't a product of the pop machine. She spent 2 decades rigorously training in Hindustani classical music, mastering the complex, disciplined vocal techniques of the Agra Gharana tradition. By layering classical Thumri vocal nuances over a modern beat, the production gave the song a rich, historical depth that a synthesized algorithm cannot manufacture. The final piece of the puzzle was the movement. Choreographer Vijay Ganguly worked under orders to avoid designing any disconnected hook steps meant for short-form video. Instead, he looked back to classic, narrative-heavy routines, specifically drawing inspiration from the film Devdas, to design steps that flowed naturally from the characters' emotions. Every element of Shararat was meticulously reverse-engineered. It was built for artistic authenticity and story flow, rather than immediate algorithmic reach. This focus on narrative extended to the entire Dhurandhar album, driven by composer Shashwat Sachdev, and his preference for emotional restraint over loudness. This diagram illustrates Sachdev's sonic character design. Distinct audio waveforms physically map to character silhouettes, turning music into a psychological profile. Sachdev assigned unique musical DNA to each actor, like custom synths for Arjun Rampal. The score functions as emotional dialogue, communicating tension when words fail. By prioritizing story-driven restraint over constant loudness, Sachdev created a character-specific audio landscape that stood out in a market defined by generic soundtracks. When the film was released, Dar's gamble on narrative integrity yielded an unexpected result. Shararat exploded across social media. Virality emerged from the movements themselves. Users recreated the steps, because they were designed around a sense of genuine wedding day celebration, rather than a rigid social media hook. This chart tracks the success of the entire album, showing multiple songs simultaneously climbing and peaking on the Spotify Global Top 200 list. This historical milestone was the first time an entire movie soundtrack charted globally at the exact same time. The artistic victory of the album was eventually reflected in undeniable financial data. The Dhurandhar soundtrack generated an estimated 325 crore rupees, roughly $39 million, in total streaming ecosystem value. This success provided a functional alternative to the industry's single-track economy, proving a cohesive project could still find a massive audience in a fragmented market. The film effectively revived the front-to-back album listening culture, reaching premium listeners on platforms like Spotify and Apple Music, who value immersive soundscapes. By prioritizing the story's internal logic over external marketing trends, Dhurandhar redefined the potential return on investment for film music, turning a standard soundtrack into a primary revenue driver.